Clanging. Night of total terror. Night of the living dead, the dead who live on living flesh. The dead whose haunted souls hunt the living whose bodies are the only food for these ungodly creatures. Night of the living dead. Bizarre adventure in fear. An experience in shock, more shattering than your strangest nightmare. Night of the living dead. A night with the dead who cannot die. A night of total terror. Night of the living dead.
Hell's bells. Hell's bells.
We're in hell.
We're going to hell.
Disney takes you to hell.
Damn. Hell doesn't seem great, but it's kind of just a cave. They love it. Out of Revelations. October of 24. What season? Trying to figure out what.
No, the devil, the one with Lon Chaney. The devil, not the devil commands. The one where.
This is the story of a young, red-blooded
Yeah. what's the
American boy.
Get him there, Jack!
He loves and loves and loves.
Well, what sort of fun and games do we want to try now?
This is his mother.
Something wrong with her. Something terribly wrong.
It's his doctor.
Just because the boy spent 13 years in an asylum does not make him a murderer.
This is his story. The terror of a blood psycho gone berserk.
Is that what you are, Stewart? A fag? A fruit? Is that why you killed him? Are you a fruit? You're nuts, aren't you, Stewart? That's why you killed him. You're not to call me that, you son of a...
Just because the boy spent 13 years in an asylum does not make him a murderer.
See the night of bloody horror. But keep telling yourself, it's only a picture. It's only a picture. It's only a picture. See the night of bloody horror.
Good evening, goblins and ghouls, and welcome to the usually Friday, but tonight Saturday night Scream Stream. I'm your host, Spakenstein, joined as always by my very good friend, Mr. Evan Sink.
Good evening, everyone. Happy weekend.
Happy weekend, happy 2026.
Yeah, happy New Year.
Yep.
What a calm and peaceful New Year it has been so far.
Hasn't it though, really? it's just, things are just as crazy as ever. But guess what? We're back here to do what we always do, which is try to unwind from the craziness with some good old-fashioned public domain horror.
Just what we like.
Media. So, yep. So we're back at it another year, and I hope that everybody is doing well this year and tonight. I see all of our good friends already in the chat. Sears, Tom, Fresh, Kathy, Scott, James in the house, Thomas, Bee's Nest. Hope everybody is doing well this evening. Very
People are
glad.
enjoying your weekend so far.
Yeah.
I've had a good Saturday.
A good Saturday, which again, appreciate you being here on Saturday, and appreciate, Evan being here. Evan had to hold down the fort, but
do apologize. Thank you everyone for being flexible. Had a little bit of we've been unable to keep sickness out of our house for months now.
No matter how hard he tries to exercise it, he does all
a plague is upon my house. It just won't leave. We get sick, we get better, we get sick again. So taking care of the fam, but here tonight.
So happy that you're back, and because that's the thing, again, start of a new year, interesting movie, interesting cocktail. More on that shortly. So I was like, okay, I'm not. We can wait for Evan to
pivot.
We'll pivot. So appreciate everybody that tuned in last night for the Saturday, Friday night shocker. Had fun hanging out there watching those movies and cartoons.
Yeah, what was playing last night?
So we watched A Bucket of Blood,
Ooh,
and
okay.
that's
that one's fun.
Roger Corman classic, and then The Undertaker and His Pals, which
That one's ridiculous.
Ridiculous, and I know Fresh enjoyed it. Again, for me, it's just like so. It's just so wild. It's so all over the place. It's one of those I feel like I'm gonna have to watch a few more times to really try to understand.
It's a movie that it makes me wonder. So we were talking about it earlier today, and we said that it was it's a very cheeky movie.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like it's got kind of a tongue-in-cheek quality to it. But I do kind of wonder, was it always like that, or did they just get to a certain point where they were just like, you know what? We know what we made. Let's just be honest about what we made.
Let's ham it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And, the skateboard scene, I think, tells you everything that it's just so hard to comprehend about that movie. But no, it was fun. It was fun watching it. And then we had King of the Zombies after that. So it was a good time. Again, just happy to be back here doing our thing. And, kicking off 2026, and again, I'm glad that everybody survived the holiday season, and we're all on the other side of that.
Yeah.
I hope things have kind of chilled out a little for everybody.
Yeah, and everybody is doing a bit better today. So thank you, Scott. Thank you, everybody.
Hey, again, Evan's practicing the right kind of magic to try to ward off this evil.
So anyway, tonight's movie, Satan.
Yeah, so Satan. No, this is a lot of fun because, we haven't had a Satan movie in a while.
Oh boy, Fresh. Oh gosh.
Oh yeah.
We can't be out here spreading misinformation.
No, please, let's not. We don't want people wasting their good money. Okay, no. Yeah. If you're thinking of going to the movies anytime soon,
temper your expectations
for Primate. If you wanted to know how great the next Ape Core movie was, I think Evan put it perfectly. Temper your expectations.
Yeah, it was an Ape Core movie, and it was a movie.
Mm-hmm.
That was our
big takeaway. That was I think
that's what we said when the credits rolled. Well, that was a movie.
It was a movie. Yeah. Again, doing our duty as purveyors of this subgenre of horror known as apecore. It was interesting.
I can appreciate the suit. If nothing else, I appreciate they did some good work on the prosthetics.
Yeah. The suit work was really good. The acting for the chimpanzee was good, and just the fact that you knew you weren't looking at CGI was a really nice kind of like refreshing thing. But in terms of story and characters and the things that make a movie like have character, for lack of a better word,
it I don't know if this is too harsh, but it almost feels like a horror movie as written by AI.
Yeah,
just
just
a little like
really
generic.
flat. Yeah, generic, flat. Like I think that's a great way to put it. Which honestly, you putting it that way makes it seem even funnier to me now. Because I could totally see that.
I mean, not to badmouth anybody. It was an adequate movie, but
Yeah, Again, hey, nice to go out to the movies and see something, a little different.
Yeah.
It was different. It did try to do something different. So check it out if you're only dedicated, really truly hardcore apecore fans can truly sit through it. That's always what I read about some of these movies that we even watch on our show, and I think even tonight's movie is classified as this in certain circles. Is it's only for really hardcore fans of this type of horror movie or from this filmmaker, or otherwise don't bother.
Yeah.
But that happens, and that happens with regional filmmakers, which we're keeping with a pattern.
Yeah, we're in a region tonight, aren't we?
We are. We're keeping with a pattern.
Welcome, Corpse, by the way.
Huh?
Well, welcome, Corpse.
Corpse in the house. Yes. Hope you're doing well tonight, Corpse. Yeah, so keeping with the pattern that we have established kind of indirectly at the beginning of every year, we get a regional horror film, and last year it was Keep My Grave Open, which did you went and
I did. I don't know if I was here.
You weren't here for it,
but it was one of the ones that I watched later. I have seen it.
Yeah. And it was interesting. Out of Texas, SF Brown Rig, who was like he made a lot of films in Texas. And
yeah, that was I get that one, and How Awful About Alan a little.
Yeah, because they're kind of similar
with
with the brother sister thing.
Yeah, the plot is a little similar.
Yeah, and we watched them back to back.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
one of them has a blind guy, the other one doesn't.
Yeah, that's and again, Norman Bates. It's kind of adds a little bit of gravitas to How Awful About Alan. But yeah, so tonight's regional filmmakers very much in the same vein of the guy who made Keep My Grave Open and other filmmakers that we've talked about, we'll talk about tonight. And so tonight's film is Asylum of Satan, which was produced in Louisville, Kentucky, released in 1972.
Okay, we're off to the races.
Off to the races. And it is about a woman, I believe she's a musician, and she ends up in this asylum that is also home to a cult for Satan. So that's the basic plot. And it's the first film from director William Girdler, who is a really, really interesting figure, like in terms of started as a regional filmmaker and then worked his way up to like Hollywood movies that made like millions of dollars in like 9 years. But his career and his story is just really interesting. So I'm, looking forward to talking about him tonight. And then this, again, we're talking about Satan. We're talking about the movies that revolved around Satan and satanic cults around the late 60s and throughout the 70s. There are a lot of big ones, a lot of little ones. This is one of the little ones. So we'll talk about like those tonight too. And this has some interesting satanic connections, this film itself.
This was like a couple years before The Exorcist.
Right. This was a year before The Exorcist, okay. 4 years after Rosemary's Baby. So It
To
kind
give
of
you a little context there.
right, and we'll be kind of framing that kind of throughout the night, but that is kind of the big context. This is 4 years after Rosemary's Baby, a year before The Exorcist, and it turns out the director's career kind of coincides with these satanic films in a way, all the way up to his last film, which we'll talk all about that. So it's really interesting. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and we're getting devilish tonight. And speaking of devilish and satanic and Satan,
Satan.
Evan's really channeling Satan tonight with our cocktail, which of course, as you know, Evan pairs a delicious cocktail with the evening's film in a little segment which we call
What were you drinking?
And what are we going to be drinking tonight, Evan?
So, if you've been following along the season, you'll know that we are going back, revisiting some old recipes, taking another swing at some that maybe didn't quite work out so well the first time. So, in October of 2024, when we watched The Devil's Messenger, I made a recipe that I called the Satan's Mocha. Do you remember that one at all?
Honestly, not.
Probably
really.
not off the top.
No.
But if I read you the ingredients, you might.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know, hold on, I'm pretty sure I remember. It was steamed milk, hot chocolate mix, coffee liqueur, and Fireball.
Okay.
So it was the kind of the idea was just like a spicy mocha, Satan's mocha, spicy mocha. Pretty, I thought straightforward, kind of just like a swing at that flavor profile. In retrospect, very misguided cocktail because I don't think it was great. All I remember about it is anytime you put Fireball in anything, that's all you're gonna be tasting.
Right.
So that was all you could really taste was the Fireball. So we're trying this again, and as I was kind of mulling this over in my head this week, I realized there's like so many different ways you could make like a mocha cocktail, a spiced mocha cocktail. Because you think about, what even is a mocha really, and like if you go to a coffee shop, like an espresso bar, it's gonna be espresso, steamed milk, and some kind of hot chocolate powder, chocolate syrup, some kind of something like that. So it's not like super complicated. There's not like a ton. I mean, there's just 3 things, and we're adding a little bit of spice to that. But like that means there's so many different ways you could, because you might not have an espresso machine at home. Substitute some coffee. Some people will like infuse coffee into spirits. I've seen people like do like coffee flavored or infused vodka. But as I was, and that's not even, you cream, you do Irish cream, you could do any kind of chocolate. There's so many different, ways you could have chocolate. But as I was kind of thinking about all of this in my head, I kind of came to the conclusion that there's like the two recipes that original Satan's Mocha, that the two closest to that was an Irish coffee or an espresso martini. Those are kind of just the two big, like, coffee cocktails.
Right.
But I wanted to keep that whiskey element, so I decided to kind of base the new recipe more around an Irish coffee. So what I've gone with, if you want to make your own new Satan's Mocha 2.0, we'll call it, you'll need some hot coffee, some hot chocolate mix, chocolate Irish cream, some whiskey, pinch of cinnamon, pinch of cayenne, and we're gonna finish with some shaved dark chocolate on top just to make it a little extra fancy.
All right, that sounds good. Did you have the dark chocolate on there? the last time?
It was on the Discord. I don't know if it made it to the.
No. It's I mean,
this
when
is-
we made it when you made it the last.
So this new crack at this recipe is pretty different than
Okay.
the original one. So the original one didn't even have coffee at all. It was just coffee liqueur. And
Hey, you've made a few more like coffee cocktails since then, right?
I
feel
have, and I like. I mean, you know, I like them.
Right. Yeah, fresh. I'm always the guinea pig. That's how it goes. And, you know, I mean, again, that's why I don't like to try to do an episode when Evan can't be here, because then if I have to make the cocktail myself, I end up being a guinea pig because I botch it, and then you guys all laugh and you get a kick out of me.
It's good TV either way.
Right. Yeah, that's
but
true. Entertaining, but not always. Then I'm just like, that's why you leave it up to the expert. So, I'm looking forward to this one. You know, chocolate is kind of my sweet of.
It's been
choice.
this whole season. I've really been we've been kind of all over the board, but I don't believe we've had a good dessert cocktail in a minute. And I love myself a dessert cocktail. They're usually a pretty safe bet because you know you're going for sweet and maybe something else.
Right.
So it's kind of hard to mess up. If you put a bunch of sweet things in a glass, it's gonna taste pretty good.
That's a very good point. Joe Cola in the house. Welcome, Joe. Hope you are doing well on this Saturday night. It's Saturday night. You know, it's nice to do something a little different. You know, happy to satanic Saturday night. I mean, come on, that's
Satanic Saturday. Hey, new Stranger Things is out.
I was gonna say, like, either that or the next hit single. I don't know. You know, it's Satanic Saturday. Just the possibilities are endless.
All right, so this is almost done. Thank you for indulging me. Sorry.
Oh no! Again, you're the expert. You know it. Evan puts the finesse in it that I am not, because when I'm trying to do it, I am like, focusing on a million different things at once, and then it comes out like a science experiment. Yes, no, I know it's gonna be. Yes, and Kathy, did you try? I know last night Kathy was talking about going ahead and trying the cocktail. So I was curious to know, Kathy, if you actually did make yourself a Satan's mocha last night.
All right, sir.
Ooh.
Coming up.
Nice. Thank you, sir. Oh, yeah. Very
Got a nice cup of mocha here. It smells really good.
Smells delicious.
All right, well, I think before it cools down too much further, we're going to go ahead and give this a try.
Yeah, we'll give you a Hail Satan.
Satan's mocha. Hail Satan, everybody.
Hail Satan.
Cheers.
It's pretty solid.
Yeah, that's pretty good. The coffee had cooled down a little bit.
It's all right.
The next one might be a little warmer, but it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
I'm not really even. I could maybe even do a little bit more of the spice.
No, the
But I'm
spice
getting
is
it.
nice.
It comes
it's a nice
in
touch.
like I'm getting it with the whiskey. So it's
that and the
pretty nice.
chocolate, it all kind of blends in bitter in a good way,
I'm
right?
getting
There's
it
a bit,
more
all the
on-
bitterness of it kind of like,
There's some layers to this one.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. That's a good one.
that is solid.
I'm feeling vindicated. That original recipe. The lesson here is there's a time and place for Fireball. Maybe not in your cocktail shaker. Maybe yes in your college dorm room.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. And I mean, again, for me, anything with chocolate, I like chocolate, so I want to savor it. But sometimes with a particularly strong liquor, it's just I'm trying to get this, and it doesn't always go together well. So this is all very like you said, there's layers to it, so you can kind of like enjoy it. And again, very devilishly kind
It's
of
decadent.
decadent.
It is, yeah,
Jinx.
that's damn. Jinx, you owe me a movie.
Oh well,
Uh,
wouldn't you know? I've got one right here. Yes, yeah, I'm very excited for this movie. I've not seen this before. I really haven't seen very many of this director's movies. He only did 9. So
Very true, Sears.
yeah, that is a good point. We were talking about that today too, weren't we, Evan?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were. It's recommendation. So like the mulled wine that we made on the last for our Christmas episode, it was good, but you'll enjoy it more if you cook it just not in a few minutes before producing a live stream. If you give it the time that it needs to cook slowly.
Right.
But that's not as sometimes you gotta take some creative shortcuts when you're
Exactly.
in the studio.
Yeah. Hey, I appreciate the expediency, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, making sure it's ready for showtime. Even if you're sacrificing flavor. So, but next time, Evan's committed to the flavor. So,
As I always am.
and that's a promise. That's a scream
I
stream
get that
guarantee.
tattooed on me. Committed to the flavor.
Ooh. Your new catchphrase.
Who put that on a t-shirt?
Oh yeah.
It's the Scream Stream. Committed to the flavor.
To the God, now we just sound like we should be like some kind of soft drink or like really like nice chip or something. I don't know. All sound good. Like a 90s, like you see like a
Yeah.
It's the catchphrase. Insert catchphrase here. Wow, that's amazing.
Wow. Yeah. Scream soda.
Scream soda. Ooh, I drink that.
I drink. I could go for a nice can of Scream.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. God, it does sound good. Hey,
How refreshing.
we are making our plans for future monetization.
Scream brand Ghost Cola.
Ooh, Ghost Cola. I love it. We have to be right. We have to write these down.
Coast to Cola.
Ghost Cola. Yeah, one day. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen this before. It's again, regional films are like always kind of like they're all unique in their own ways. Again, was it Night of the Living Dead's probably the best one we've seen, right? Obviously. And then, then we've seen something like Manos, which was made in El Paso. And what was Blood Freak, which was in Florida. So you get the best of the best, like Night of the Living Dead. You get that. But every once in a while, you could make a regional film and it'd be a hit, and you make millions of dollars. And that's what the director William Girdler decided here. This was his first movie. He was 24 years old, and
Wow.
yeah,
You were pretty good.
he was 24, and when he was 18, he enlisted in the Air Force, was stationed in California. While he was there, he got on some TV sets. I don't know if he worked on them or something like that. But that was where he decided, okay, this is what I want to do. Moved back to Kentucky, and then wrote this with his brother-in-law. And his
Wrote this devil movie.
Yeah, wrote this devil movie. And then 3 months after they wrote it, they were producing it. And he directed it. His brother-in-law produced it. And
Oh, Ilana's in the house.
Alana. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry, we're on an adjusted schedule tonight.
Just a little bit. Yeah, sorry. Glad you could be here, Alana. You are all goods. I mean, again, I probably should have put out a reminder today.
Yeah, you haven't missed much.
No.
We've just been shooting the shit and drinking mochas.
Drinking mochas. You're just in time, because we are about to get into Asylum of Satan, which, again, we'll see. It's from what I've gathered, it's very 70s, so I know we'll enjoy that.
Groovy.
Very groovy. So, yeah. Anything before we get into Asylum of Satan, Evan?
So, this asylum, is Satan in charge, or is he one of the patients?
I mean, could Satan relinquish control and let himself be treated? I feel like he would have to be the head honcho, right?
I think this is what the Cardinals have to figure out. This is what they're doing in their 9 to 5.
Evan's gonna write a strongly worded letter to the Cardinals. Make sure this is addressed. All right, so without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get into the exciting beginning of Asylum of Satan right now.
The Killsbury Doughboy.
Ooh.
That's awesome.
Reputation shady, riding out of town, never to be found around no more, no more, never find no more, a little baby.
All right, this is a way to start your movie.
I like it. I like that opening shot.
She's done and gone, went crazy. Maybe in her dream she's seen a chauffeur-driven limousine taking her out of town, out of town, out of town, going home out of town. Red light lady, I look out for tonight.
Red light lady.
Red light lady.
Roxanne.
I can dig it.
Yeah. Just a nice, easygoing opening.
I know,
Double
right?
movie.
As we head to the asylum.
All right, Satan, we're here. We're gonna get you the help you need.
We'll take it from here.
I mean, hey, this is a heck of an asylum.
It's like the asylum in Dracula, where it's just in the guy's big house.
Yeah, pretty much, I guess. Andy's in the house. Welcome, Andy.
Andy.
Is somebody watching, or is that a statue?
Abraham Lincoln.
It does look like, yeah, that's what I thought too. Man, that's a big old house. A mansion, I guess. I believe this is our lead actress, who, Carla Borelli, the only, like, actor of experience in the whole movie. Everybody else is, like, local to Louisville. And she was in, TV. She had done, like, TV before this. And a TV movie called Ritual of Evil, which, the year before this, which has kind of similar themes.
Okay. Another
We
of
were hoping you'd
the
sleep a bit
devil
longer.
genre.
Devil in an asylum, or like with a,
Where am I? This is Pleasant
crazy-
Hill Hospital. You don't remember coming here last night?
A Monty Python character.
No. The last thing I remember was falling asleep at General Hospital. Let's not worry about that, my dear. Dr. Spector will explain it all to you.
Dr. Spector?
You'll meet him later.
But who's Dr. Spector?
He's in charge of the hospital. He's your doctor.
Dr. Nolan is my doctor. Did he bring me here last night?
I don't have that
He
information.
looks like Harvey Korman from a Carol Burnett sketch.
Well, then can you tell me who does? Because there's been some mistake. I have no idea what's happened. I'd like you to call Dr. Nolan for me. I can't understand how something like this could possibly happen.
Get her,
and
boys.
I know Dr. Nolan wouldn't permit such a thing. I guess hospitals just aren't as organized as they're supposed to be. I'd like you to call Dr. Nolan for me so I could get this whole thing straightened
Miss
out.
Martin, your doctor sent you to this hospital because he is confident that Dr. Spector can bring you back to health.
What are you talking about? I don't know any Dr. Spector. I don't know him. I don't know you. And furthermore, you can't keep me here.
You must speak only when asked to do so. Dr. Spector is a great man, but not a weak one. This hospital is under strict rules. Disobedience of those rules will be dealt with severely.
I'm going
This
to see
is
Dr.
I'm
Nolan.
sorry to do this.
Let go of me.
But
What
we
are
must
you
demand
doing?
peace and quiet. We must think of the other patients.
Uh-oh.
A few more hours rest, Miss Martin, and you'll be fine. And then Dr.
You have to
Spector
eat this
will be able
entire
to see
chocolate
you.
cake.
No.
Ah.
No. Don't do that. I want to see Doctor. I want to see Doctor.
Dang, she ain't getting out of here.
All right.
You're not going anywhere. All right.
Gosh.
And we never heard what she said.
Locked. Oh, it's an escape room.
You gotta find a key. There's a key
What's
somewhere.
the
It's
first
key.
clue?
Painting. Look behind the painting. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, good point, Sally. I feel like most places wouldn't let you keep jewelry like that.
That's a good point. Whoa. Why not just really yell? Why fake yell?
Yeah. They can't hear you.
Really now, Miss Martin, you're going to have to stop all this yelling and screaming. You'll disturb the other patients.
Why don't those people out there hear me?
People. There's no one out there, Miss Martin.
Don't tell me that. I know they're not there now, but they were a minute ago.
Well, let's not worry about it. Besides, we can't have you looking like this in front of the others.
I want to see Dr. Spector.
Well, I'm afraid Dr. Spector is out for the evening. But I'm sure he'll see you first thing in the morning. Come on now, freshen up a bit and I'll take you down to dinner.
I'm not hungry. Why have I been locked in my room? I want to know why I've been locked in my room.
I believe you'll find a brush in the drawer.
There was a woman who came in here earlier, and she locked me in my room.
Oh, you must mean Martine. She's Dr. Spector's assistant.
She doesn't make a very good impression.
Well, you'll get used to her. She was just following instructions. Oh, that's much better. Come on.
She was just following orders? Is that what you're saying?
What's the doctor's name? Spectre?
Dr. Spector.
Like a ghost.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Hell yeah.
We're taking the patient's beekeeping. It's therapeutic.
Therapeutic beekeeping. Isn't that a thing, though?
Probably.
I feel like that is actually a thing.
I feel like people who get into beekeeping, it probably is therapeutic for them.
These really conspicuously white hooded robes.
You're new here, aren't you? Yes. Forgive, my friend. We don't often have new people eat with us. They always seem to sit at the other tables.
Do you know who those people are at the other table?
I don't know. I've never been close enough to them to find out.
Do you suppose it...
I wish you could speak, poor devil. It must be frustrating.
How long have you been here?
I came here a few weeks ago. The other two were here before me. He's been here longer than any of us. Dr. Spector says that he'll be able to restore my sight very soon. Oh, Dr. Spector is really a very remarkable man. Why, he even promised me that I would walk out of here. And I've been confined to this chair for 20 years. I've seen every major specialist in the country. When I first heard of Dr. Spector, I'd given up. But he offered me such hope.
They've all been brainwashed.
Before miracle? Call it what you want, but if there's a chance, we have to take it.
Getting healed by the powers of Satan.
Nothing. We don't ask.
The devil said he's going to give me my eyes back.
What is our Dr.
Seems
Spector going to
legit.
do for you? That's become the joke of the day because I don't even know Dr. Spector, and yet suddenly I'm told I'm his patient. It's very confusing because, well, the last thing I remember was falling asleep at General Hospital. The next thing I knew, I woke up in this place.
Don't worry. Dr. Spector knows what's best for you. You just do as he says, and everything will be fine.
Why are we served a full meal and those people only given an egg?
There's one thing you'll have to learn, and that is not to question anything.
Don't ask questions.
You mind your business and they'll mind theirs. Believe me, it's the best way.
I'm sorry, but I just can't accept things the way you do. I mean, I don't even know why I'm here, so I can hardly afford to mind my own business.
Dang.
Oh.
Iced out.
They're not even,
They've all
they're
got
not even
eggs.
touching
I did
their
not
eggs.
notice
Yeah,
that
I didn't
they
notice
all
the eggs.
got
I was too busy
eggs.
looking at the costumes.
That's amazing. Oh, their plates, their green plates in the egg. It's like green eggs and ham.
Green eggs and plate. Whoa.
Ah!
Whoa.
What? What the hell? Okay. Magic. Some sleight of hand, huh? What is happening?
It's real dark. Sneaking around.
That was so odd. Of course, why not?
Tailless cat.
You know, you shouldn't leave a dinner table like that. We were wondering where you went. The food isn't that bad, is it?
You're missing group.
We'll go back to the dining room.
I heard voices in there.
Come on.
I was gonna do an insensitive gesture. Cuckoo.
Losing her marbles. What was in that? What was in that egg?
What was in that egg, man? She's just going even more crazy. She wasn't crazy before. She's definitely crazy now.
This wallpaper is driving me insane.
She's keeping all this down in a journal.
Look at that suit.
Fresh, I've got an interesting connection to government conspiracies to discuss later in the show related to this film. So stay tuned for that.
Did the CIA do a regional film?
Not quite, but this is something interesting. Big if true. Let's say that. Big if true. This guy.
Tie's pretty big.
Tie, Burns, jacket.
Big if tie.
Hello, Angie? Yes, it's Chris. I got here as soon as I could. Have you been to see Lucinia today? Transfer. Why would Dr. Nolan transfer her to another hospital? What? Well, you have any idea how to get there? Yeah.
On the trail.
We gonna watch this guy drive around for 5 minutes?
Montage.
I feel like that happens a lot in regional films.
Yeah. Let's fill some time.
Fill some time driving around.
Yeehaw!
I don't know if it was something during the summer of schlock. There was something that we watched recently that I feel like featured an absurd amount of driving around. I cannot remember what it was. I know Manos had a lot of driving around. All right.
it's groovy enough that I don't really mind.
It's
but...
getting something going. Ah. I would have been fine with more driving, actually, now that I think about it.
Please have a seat. Dr. Spector will be right in.
Thank
I ring for you. It's a pleasure to meet you at last, Miss Martin. I've enjoyed your concert.
Thank you.
Welcome to Pleasant Hill. Are you comfortable?
Well, Doctor, I've been trying to tell everyone in this place that there's been a very serious mistake. Now, for one thing, I don't understand
There'll
why...
be time for all your questions later. May I offer you
This
some
is the
water?
doctor.
No, thank you.
Dr. Nolan and I have discussed your case in great depth. Your breakdown was a minor one, but...
Breakdown? Dr. Nolan never mentioned anything to me about a breakdown. He gave me the impression that all I needed was a little rest. That's why I went to the hospital in the first place. I'm sorry, but I'm sure Dr. Nolan has never mentioned your name to me.
Nolan didn't want to alarm you. He thought that I might explain it better.
But there's nothing to explain. Look, Doctor, I was living a perfectly normal life, and then suddenly, for no reason that makes any sense to me, I find myself in this place, among strange people, experiencing terrifying things. Nightmares.
You're being shocked by a sudden change of environment. You'll overcome it.
Groucho
In no
Marx
time
over
at all, you'll be back
here with
resuming
this
your
grease
career.
paint
You know,
mustache.
Miss Martin, I'm an admirer of yours. I've attended as many of your concerts as my time and work would allow.
Doctor, if you don't mind, I didn't sleep very much last night, and I'm very tired. Now, the only thing I want to hear about or discuss is my immediate release.
Sit down. Please. Forgive me. I'm tired. Work long past 2. Late hours.
I would like to know what you intend to do about this, Doctor. I
It's
do
Craig
have a
Kennedy.
right to know.
Of course. But I have to
Ribs
examine you
off.
before discussing your condition.
Yeah, what is going on with this guy's shirt?
Examine me.
I don't know. He looks
Doctor,
like
there's
it's
nothing
Jerry's
wrong
puffy
with me.
shirt.
I told you that before. I'm perfectly
He's
normal.
gonna have to flip his jacket inside out.
Let me tell you something. If I could survive the last
Is he
few
Dr.
hours,
Spector
I would keep
or
my
like
sanity.
Dr. Civil
I
War
know nothing's
Spector?
wrong with me.
Pirate
Examination's purely routine, Miss
Spectre.
Martin.
Arr.
But we can't help you without it.
All right.
Now, if you remove your clothing and
All
wrap
right.
this sheet around you, I'll be back in a moment.
Sure. You're not gonna be peeping on the other side of the wall. I don't think we can be sure of that. Don't worry, this movie was rated PG. It's gonna stay that way.
So don't go getting your hopes up.
Yeah, nice. Of course, look at that. Surprise. Called it.
Your bath is ready, my dear. I don't like my bath that hot. Dr. Spector ordered a hot bath. I do think we should follow his instructions. How long do I have to stay in? Not long, just what is required. Come on, you think that's hot enough?
I don't appreciate sarcasm, young lady.
I'll wash your back for you. That's okay, I can do it. No, I'll help you.
I feel like it's bordering on something bad's gonna happen.
Your skin is lovely, Miss Martin. So soft, so white. Almost as if it were unblemished by sin.
All right.
Your back looks like it's unblemished by sin. Just listen to
So
the same
funky,
song the
dude.
entire way. He's trying to pump himself up.
His pump up music. I mean, yeah, dude, going to the asylum, got his jams on. Oh, backing up. This can't be the place. All right. It almost could be a car commercial. I would have loved it if, like, and music stops. And that is going to take us to our first break. Well, we're a third of the way through Asylum of Satan. What are we thinking so far, Evan?
I'm enjoying it so far. I'm pretty curious to see where exactly this is going. I have some ideas, but I don't want to.
Yeah,
we'll see.
it's like the setup has been very like it's planting a lot of like crumbs, and you don't know quite how it's all going to come together yet, but it feels like it's been like enough. Like it doesn't feel like it's like stalling or like dragging really. Like I mean, pretty early on she's like experiencing crazy stuff in this asylum, and I don't even know what all the egg people disappearing or reappearing, I don't even know what that was about.
What in the world? You know what I will say?
What?
I think even so far, we've had more story out of this movie than a certain other movie
that we watched today. A certain newer movie. Yeah, I think 100%. There's more threads and more things and more like potentials for twists in what we see in the first third of this movie than what we were watching earlier today.
Wah, wah.
That is wild. But again, you know, the director of this, William Girdler, like he knew what he wanted to do. He knew what he wanted to make movies, but he also knew like movies are for entertainment, movies are for commercialism. I'm not an artist. I just want to do this. So like again, you know, like later on in his career, he's working at the same time as Spielberg and George Lucas and other people that had the luxury of going to film school. William Girdler didn't have that. So he got to be on a few sets in California, and then he moves home and is like, all right, I got to get going.
Start making movies.
Because apparently he was had a premonition that he could die by the age of 30.
Oh.
And
okay.
yeah, and so he felt like he needed to do as much as he could before the age of 30.
Just assumed he was gonna die young.
Well, apparently, I read it on another source. It had something to do with the fact that like his grandfather died at 50, his father died at 40, and so he was certain he would die at 30.
Well, you know, I can't really fault his
logic
math there.
Yeah, there's some logic there. Yeah, so it's interesting.
I can extrapolate. My kid's gonna die at.
Yeah.
My grandchild's gonna die at 0.
Yeah, eventually, yeah, it's gonna go back to 0, and that's rough. Yeah, but it's wild though. That's kind of what his motivation was to, because he ended up making 9 films in 6 years. 9 films in 6 years. This was his first film, 1972.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a productive decade.
Well, yeah. I mean, it was crazy because he kind of like
half decade.
He was like George Romero, where when he moved back, when he was in his hometown, he started a company that was making commercials and industrial films and was like making money. But then he was like, okay, I got to make a movie. And he saw, I don't know if he saw Night of the Living Dead, but that other trailer that we saw in the pre-roll, Night of Bloody Horror, I can't remember where that was produced, but that's a regional horror film that he and the producer actually cited in interviews as like, this movie was like an influence on us. They like shot this on a budget under $100,000 on 16 millimeter, blew it up for 35, and it played on the drive-in circuit and did well. That was the thing, is that drive-in movies, drive-ins were like a home for these kind of movies. Like, these filmmakers realized, we can make something cheap here, and it can get released pretty wide at the drive-ins, and
especially if you're just going to this kind of commercialized, cheaply put out movie.
Right. Well, and it's the thing. Yeah, it's about like, is your movie like close enough to other movies? Is it resemble? And that was the thing about Girdler. He kind of had an affinity for looking at the movies that were like popular in the moment, and then I saw him referred to in this one article as king of the knockoffs, because a lot of his 9 films are really just kind of like
close to other things. And so, again, this film came 4 years after Rosemary's Baby, a year before The Exorcist. Yeah. So did he make it to 30, by the way?
I will get there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm building up to it.
Wow.
So yeah, it's weird. So this was his first film. It didn't really do great, but he right away was like, okay, I have to go into the next film. So the same year, the same backers wouldn't give him more money, so he had to get scrounge even more to get money for the second movie, which was entitled 3 on a Meat Hook. And it was more of like a Psycho play, like a playoff on Psycho, and it did even worse. And so he did these 2 horror movies back to back in 1972, and he's like,
it's rough.
Yeah, it's like, he's like, shit. So he decides he's going to go out to California and take these movies out there and try to show them around and see if they can get any traction. So the head of American International Pictures, which was Roger Corman's like old studio that released a lot of his movies in the 60s, AIP picked him up to produce blaxploitation films, to direct and produce and write. So he did one that was kind of an action film, and then the second one that he did was a blaxploitation play on The Exorcist entitled Abby. And Abby was released in 1974, so 2 years after tonight's film. And again, it's kind of similar subject matter, just dealing with possession and the devil and Satan and all that stuff. It was shot in Louisville, Kentucky. It has the actor who played Blackula, William Marshall. He plays the Exorcist.
Okay.
So it's it actually, the first few weeks that it was out, it was a huge hit. It was making millions of dollars. And then Warner Brothers sued AIP and Girdler for infringing on The Exorcist.
Wow.
So suddenly he's not seeing any money from this movie that was like grossing millions, and he's tied up in a big lawsuit with Warner Brothers. But he goes on, he keeps going. He makes one other blaxploitation film at AIP, and then he does a couple other things, and then Jaws comes out. Huge hit, right? So he's like, all right, well, what can I do, kind of like trying to capitalize on this? So he comes up with Grizzly, which is about a giant grizzly bear going berserk in a national park. And it's very similar to Jaws. It like takes a lot of the same beats, these.
We're gonna have to close the beach.
Yeah, gonna have to close the park, and the mayor or the person of authority who's like, no, we got to be open and then the guys have to go out and hunt it. And but this was also a huge hit, millions of dollars. But in this case, the producer like kept all the profits and like didn't give Girdler his share.
Jeez.
So. But that's the thing, is at this point, he's like, every film's getting a little better. He's like getting more technically proficient, and the movies are making millions of dollars at the box office, but he's still kind of like, a step away. So he does another kind of follow-up to Grizzly called Day of the Animals, which has Leslie Nielsen as like a racist like ad executive who's being like attacked by all these there's like a hole in the ozone layer that causes these animals to go insane.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So it's pretty wild. It didn't.
Was that a knockoff of something?
No, that was a little more kind of their own flavor thing, but it didn't really do as well as Grizzly. And he might have done one other thing before the next film that he did. And it goes back to the themes of possession and evil, and that's the Manitou from 1978. And it's got like, it was his first, it was a studio film. It had a bunch of like, kind of washed up, but still big name like actors in it. Tony Curtis, who's like, kind of ridiculous in it. And it's a very strange movie about a woman who gets like the spirit of some evil like Native American medicine man like growing on a growth on her neck, and then they have to battle each other in space or something. I don't know. It's like The Omen, because that's the thing. So Abby and The Exorcist, that was his like Exorcist knockoff. He does a couple other things, and then the Manitou came out like a year or two after The Omen, and so it's kind of, again, it's another kind of knockoff thing, but it was his like highest budgeted movie. It was like the biggest thing. It was also his last movie, because he went to the Philippines to go scout a location for his next film.
Yeah. And
was in a helicopter crash. The helicopter crashed into power lines. And that was in 1978, and he was age 30.
Wow.
So
he was right.
He was right.
That's wild.
So lucky for him, he got to like make the biggest thing at the end. It wasn't like he tried it and failed or was like toiling like in Ed Wood. Like he was, and again, he kind of said, like Spielberg and these other guys, like, they had the luxury of going to film school. Like, you didn't get to see their mistakes. Like, you get to see my mistakes on screen because I've been learning, like, since my first movie, and I'm learning each time. And he sounded like a very practical guy, very, like, again, knew it was entertainment, and, again, was operated regionally and worked his way up to the big time. So the trailers that we're going to get for this break are one for Abby, and then one for the Manitou. So those are his two satanic films. So R.I.P. William Girdler. And we'll talk more about him. And again, like, just what he did with this movie is very interesting, and the people he got involved. So we'll talk a little bit more about that after the break. But we're going to get these two William Girdler trailers, and then when we come back, we'll get into the exciting middle of Asylum of Satan. So stick around. We'll be right back.
This was Abby. This was Abby. A woman loved and in love until that night when something evil came looking for a soul to possess. And love became a dirty name.
I can't stop thinking about your husband.
That creep. Forget him.
Was this Abby?
I'm gonna show you what a real marriage ceremony is. You are gonna love and obey me.
She may have killed someone.
Was this Abby?
Abby!
What do you want?
I want to help you, Abby.
Flip, do I look like I need some kind of damn help?
Was this Abby?
Now the fun starts.
Grab her! Hold her! Hear me, demon. Leave this woman body!
I've had enough!
Father!
Evil is alive and well and doing its worst in Abbey.
How long have you had this?
About 3 days.
It has been 400 years since its last reincarnation.
Any pain?
It kind of moves sometimes.
The soul of black magic is waiting to be reborn.
What's your diagnosis?
For years, man has turned his back on the supernatural.
Mrs. Hurst! You might almost describe it,
Some will deny it.
as a fetus.
Others will fear it.
On her neck?
One woman will give birth to it. The Manitou. Since the beginning of time, it has practiced the mysterious arts. Its day is near. Each hour it grows stronger. Soon it will come. The Manitou. Starring Tony Curtis on a supernatural journey into the world of avenging spirits. John! Michael Ansara.
What does a white man want with Indian magic?
A modern American Indian thrust into a savage struggle with unspeakable taboos. Susan Strasberg, living in a nightmare. Innocent people, tormented by terror, threatened by the unknown, trapped by an ancient horror. The Manitou. An evil that never dies. It just waits to be reborn. The Manitou.
And we are back. So that was the trailers for Abby and the Manitou. And yeah, I forgot the Manitou came out like after Star Wars. So it's like a mash. It was his mashup of The Omen and Star Wars. I haven't seen it.
It looks pretty crazy.
It does, doesn't it? Like,
the trailer makes it look okay.
You can tell the millions of dollars
said it was awful.
went into that. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure it's like very like awful in the sense of just being really like just really ridiculous and cheesy and many other things. I honestly, after the trailer, I've got to see that. And then Abby, Abby's never officially been released on home video or anything like that because of the Warner Brothers lawsuit, which it was settled actually shortly before William Girdler died. It was like settled, but it's never officially been released. You can find like low quality copies of it on YouTube and other places, but unfortunately it's one of these like big kind of Exorcist there were a lot of Exorcist knockoffs. This was like a big one that did well for the short time it was out, and then it just kind of got plucked out of circulation. And I haven't seen Abby, but you know, again, you see that Girdler kind of like he saw trends and he was like wanted to capitalize on them. It's like mostly in horror movies. He did some action movies. He said he would not do comedies. He said comedy was like the one thing that he was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. Which is interesting, you know.
It is interesting because I mean, has comedy ever not been in season? Like this guy, I mean, not to disparage the man, but he sounds like maybe a trend chaser. Yeah, no, I think he absolutely was. I think that he was like an idol of Hitchcock, and so I think in a way, entertainment is primary, but if I can like put in some humorous touches, but I think he seems like more like self-serious in the sense, I don't like how much comic relief are we going to get in this, right? Like if it's none, then maybe he's a little more, and I can't remember it's been a long time since I've seen Grizzly. Grizzly's a pretty solid film.
But yeah, I mean, you know,
Have we
again,
had any comic relief so far?
I don't think so.
Really?
I don't think we have. Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting. William Girdler, and again, just the fact that like his career really went from 1972 to 1978, and it's just funny the way that it's bookended by like even like working on TV sets. That was like around Rosemary's Baby time, and then this comes right before The Exorcist. He does Abby, and then at the end, right after The Omen, he's got the Manitou, and then like. So is there some kind of satanic connection with William Girdler? Who knows? Yeah, I don't know.
Is that who gave him the premonition?
Well, I will tell you.
Did Satan kill this man?
Satan, or at least his representatives, were involved in the making of this film.
Representatives?
Yes.
Demons worked on this movie?
Well, let's say more mortal demons, you know, more let's say disciples, humanly disciples. And it's kind of like wild, like apparently the main technical advisor on the film. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the Church of Satan, how they were involved in like the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
And again, you had this convergence of all this stuff that we're talking about leading into the satanic panic of the 80s. So that's what we're going to talk about like at the second break. So it's a lot of kind of cool, wild stuff. But
follow the money.
But where we left off, our heroine is being held against her will in this asylum, and there's this weird doctor and his weird assistant, and
taking a bath. Did she finish her bath?
I think we cut away from the bath and went to the groovy driving music,
Right.
and this guy who maybe knows her or is there to investigate or some way or something. Really cool sideburns and a plaid? Is that plaid jacket? With all the stripes?
I guess, yeah.
So you won't miss him. It'll be very obvious who he is.
He stands out.
He stands out. So yeah, that's essentially where we're at, and you got all these creepy patients in white hoods, not Klansmen, and
Bunch of egg eaters.
They like eggs. Yeah.
They weren't really eating them though.
No, they're just kind of looking at, maybe like drawing their life force or something.
No, you can't have your egg and eat it too.
Well, on that note, anything else before we get into the exciting middle of Asylum of Satan, Evan?
I had something. It'll come back to me, I'm sure, in a minute.
Well, that's all right. Well, I think without further ado, we are going to go ahead and get into the exciting middle of Asylum of Satan right now. Well, there we go. Fade out.
Oh yeah, I was gonna mention that. So about having the premonition of your own early demise.
Yeah.
I heard Jim Henson was the same way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like he worked at like a really breakneck pace because people said he always acted like he was about to die or something.
Yeah, you hear about that with these really talented people, especially in film or creative businesses. There was a producer from back in the 30s who championed the Marx Brothers, named Irving Thalberg, and he was
I was beginning to wonder if there was anyone here.
in his 30s.
May I help you, sir?
Was
Yes,
known as being a crazy hard worker because he was sick
well,
and wasn't going to
have
live
visiting
very
hours at this hospital, not on Sundays or any other day. If you care to make an appointment.
What are you talking about?
There's nothing else.
Okay,
Wait a
Torgo.
minute, damn it. You're going to answer a few questions for me before you start slamming doors in my face. Now, is
That's
Lucini
going
here?
hot.
I ask you a question.
Perhaps I could help you, young man. I'm Dr. Spector, director of the hospital.
Maybe you can. Your friend here says that you don't have visiting hours. Now, what kind of a hospital is it that doesn't have visiting hours?
Whom did you wish to see?
My fiancée, Lucina Martin.
Dracula over here.
Duncan, Chris Duncan.
So he actually was the Louisville horror movie.
Here at Pleasant Hill.
Okay.
The fearmonger, that was
Some
his
of our
name.
patients are easily disturbed. I gave
He actually
instructions
appeared
that no
in
one was
7
allowed
of
to
William
see
Girdler's 9 movies. Too.
Wow.
Why not?
Okay.
Well, I felt it would be
Girdler was
better
like
for
that.
you
He,
if our
like a lot of the
treatment
people that
was
worked
not
on this
interrupted
worked
at
on
this
like
stage.
most of his other movies.
You wouldn't want her to have a relapse, would you?
A relapse? A relapse from what? There's nothing wrong with her.
Don't you think that decision's best left to her doctor? Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll get back to my patient.
All right, kick ass. Oh.
Damn you! I'm just gonna ring the doorbell till they can't take it. Nice pants. Oh no. Uh-oh. Look up, you fool. Break the window. Oh, man.
I'd love to see him.
What's the problem here?
Why wasn't I allowed to see Chris?
I'll call you if I need you. Please sit down, Lucina.
Doctor, I've got to know why I wasn't allowed to see Chris.
I thought it was better at this time that you not have any reminder of the outside world, for the moment at least. The treatment we have you on might not be effective if we clutter it up with memories. We have to keep thinking of tomorrow, don't we?
But when will Chris be back? What did he say? Anything?
He was very understanding. He said to tell you he sends his love, and I told him to keep in touch with me, and I'd tell him when you could receive visitors.
When will that be, Doctor?
If you're good, and do as you're told, that should be soon. But you must cooperate with me, or we're both wasting our time. I want to release you as much as you want to go. Now,
Yeah,
go to
good
your
point,
room.
Scott. How many
And
windows
don't
does she
worry.
have?
Mr. Duncan is most anxious that you cooperate with us. He knows we're doing everything for your good.
So he's just driving around town now, figuring out what his next move is going to be.
Bust her out.
Go find a dive bar to go hatch your plan in.
Gotta find some toughs.
Find somewhere to think.
I gotta round up some goons.
Find me the
We're gonna
toughest
storm
guy
the
in
asylum.
this place. Who's the toughest
Ooh.
guy in this bar? Oh, did he change?
He did. We got a costume change here. Has it
All
been
right.
some time?
I
Or did
guess.
he-
See, now look at how they... Oh, plaid pants.
Plaid pants.
White shirt. Stylish.
I kind of like those pants, not gonna lie.
Would he wear the plaid pants with the plaid jacket?
Dr.
We'll see if he
Maybe
does.
he wants to be
Chris
tacky. I don't
Duncan
know.
is here to see you.
Wow, he
Please sit
just
down, Mr. Duncan.
I'm sorry to ask
swooped
you
right in
without an
there.
appointment, Doctor, but I feel this is an urgent matter.
Urgent matter.
I just found out that Lucina's been transferred to another hospital. Now, I had no idea she was that serious. And after my visit to that asylum yesterday, well, I'm really very concerned.
Asylum? There's nothing really wrong with Lucina, except that she's overworked. I told her a year ago she should slow down. Perhaps even take a short vacation. She seemed to think that was out of the question. But an asylum? Surely you must be mistaken.
I'm not mistaken, Doctor. She's in some place called Pleasant Hill, and I don't know why. Well, she was perfectly healthy when we came back from the mountains last weekend. But now suddenly she's in this Pleasant Hill Asylum or Sanitarium or whatever the hell it is, and I don't understand it. Who's this Dr. Spector that you called in on the case?
That wasn't my decision, unfortunately. Actually, I've not met the man. The day after I brought Lucina into the hospital, I got a telegram instructing us to transfer her to Pleasant Hill for special treatment.
Who sent that telegram?
Her father. We don't usually do things like this, but he called the following day insisting that his instructions be followed to the letter. He was so insistent I really had no choice. He said that all arrangements had been made and she should be transferred right away.
Are you sure it was her father?
Yes, why do you ask?
Because, Doctor, her father died when she was 12 years old.
I knew it was going.
Are you sure her father's dead? She never told me. But then she's only been under my care a short while.
I'm absolutely positive. Now, what do you know about Dr. Spector?
Not much, I'm afraid. His name appeared a few times in the medical journal several years ago. If I'm not mistaken, he established an excellent reputation in the physiology of pain and pain reflexes, particularly in the biochemical reaction of pain in the central nervous system. He wrote several articles and impressed a great many doctors.
Well, how long ago was this?
Oh, about 10, 15 years ago at least. But I could find out.
No, that's not necessary. Have you heard anything about him or his work since then?
No, I don't remember hearing anything lately. He seemed to have disappeared. I thought perhaps he had retired from the medical profession. To be perfectly frank, I was shocked myself when I saw his name on the telegram. He was in his 70s.
Yeah, I've raised a lot of red
articles
flags,
appeared.
but
yeah, this.
That's impossible.
No, I'm sure he was in his 70s when he was working on the pain experiment.
I think this guy's just been fished.
Could there be two specters? Because the man I saw yesterday couldn't have been more than 45. Yet from what you say, he'd have to be at least 80 years old.
All I know is what I've told you.
It still leaves me with a lot of unanswered questions. But thank you anyway.
I wish I could have been more helpful to you.
No, I understand.
Bro, what you're responsible
really
for this whole.
Right.
Yeah, this boner's on us. Well, you know.
Hey, what are you gonna do? Good luck.
I've waited so long for this day. Where are all the fancy machines, Dr. Spector? What do you think you're doing? I want to see that inspector!
Oh no, poor lady. I guess that room must be soundproof.
Testing out our new fire extinguishers.
What? Oh. Ah, the bugs! The bugs! Let's turn it into Halloween 3. That's how I want to go.
Yes, ma'am, I know you've already told me that. Yes, I'll do what I can.
You know what those bugs
Yes,
look like?
ma'am, I understand.
What?
You remember the little, like, it almost looks like a little ring box from, like, Cracker Barrel? You'd open it up and there's a little bug inside.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
yeah.
the legs jiggle weirdly.
Little creepy
I'm looking
crawlers.
for Detective Walsh.
I'm Walsh.
I'm Chris Duncan. I think I'm here to report a kidnapping.
All right, Mr. Duncan, who's been kidnapped?
Well, I'm not certain she's been kidnapped.
Wait. Who is she?
This guy, he's lost all his mojo.
Spell Lucenia.
L-U-C.
He was ready to
Girlfriend?
kick that doctor in the teeth.
Yeah, it was.
All right, you're not sure she's been kidnapped, but what?
Well, it's kind of hard to explain. I don't really know where to start.
How about the beginning, okay?
All right. Have you ever heard of a place called the Pleasant Hill Hospital?
Pleasant Hill? No.
Well, Lucenia was admitted there a few days ago, but they don't allow anyone to see it.
So what's so strange about that? Look, lots of times they won't let a patient have visitors. And you say she was admitted, so how do you get a kidnap charge out of that? Forget it, Mr. Duncan. Unless you have more facts than you've already given me, I don't have a reason to even begin an investigation.
There are more facts. There's a hell of a lot more facts. There's something wrong with that whole damn place. You feel it. The minute you enter the gates, you feel it.
Surely you don't expect us to go out here and raid a place simply because someone has a strange feeling about it. Come on, Mr. Duncan, we'd be raiding every church and funeral parlor in town if we used that philosophy.
Look, all I'm asking you to do is to come out there with me and take a look for yourself. Somehow I just don't think your damn time's that valuable.
She is cuckoo for Cocoa
my office telling me how to write. All right, I'll take you out to your Pleasant Hill. I want you to see just how ridiculous you really look.
I'm going to show you how wrong you are. You're lucky I'm not doing anything this afternoon.
No better motivation for a cop than like trying to prove a regular person wrong. No. I'm going to investigate this just to show you wrong. Oh shit.
I don't believe it.
When did you say you were here last?
I was here yesterday, and this gate was open.
Looks to me like it hasn't been open in 20 years.
Okay, this weird like time bending stuff
you had
is
a
like
strange feeling. Now
strange.
I have one. I have a strange feeling you want to play haunted house.
Look, you're this far. You may as well walk to the top of the hill.
Yesterday, huh? You know what I think? I think this is the land of Oz, and you're the wizard. And what a day. First you, now the train. I suppose this place was all neat and trim yesterday.
Oh, what do you think I do, Walsh? Just run from town to town lying to you cops?
I was wondering about that.
Yesterday, this place was alive with people, I swear it.
You know, when I write my book, you're going to be chapter 1. Come on, I've seen enough.
I'm not going to. I see Dr. Spector.
You know, your trouble is that you've seen too many specters already.
Ooh,
you want to see your phantom doctor, you walk back to town.
Ain't nobody going outside the door, young man. This place's been closed for years.
Can we go
Of
now?
course.
No, this man is Dr. Spector.
Sure he is.
He's Craig Kennedy.
Name's Foley. Been the caretaker here for years. Ain't no Dr. Spector around here, though. You fellas better get. What are you talking about? Your name is Dr. Spector. You run this hospital. Now, where's Lucenia? Now, mister, you're wrong. This here ain't no hospital.
Look, he claims his fiancée was admitted to this hospital. House was a patient.
Oh, you can see mister ain't been nobody here for years.
Boy, this is going to look great on my report. Visited a haunted house looking for a doctor named Spector. Come on.
Where's Lucenia? What have you done with her?
Oh shit! He's going rogue.
I want that man arrested. That sheriff's spy has covered him. And he's trying to kill me. That's Dr. Spector!
You better run, bro.
This is a justified crash out, I think. I would be so freaking mad if somebody just...
You son of a bitch!
Just pulling the wool over this cop's eyes.
Ooh. Here we go. Who's this?
One of the other patients.
Oh yeah, they're burning him.
Oh no.
That's pretty terrible. Wow, got
In the
him.
morning, my dear.
Okay, so we're back in this timeline now.
It just doing another mocha.
For sure. It's dark as shit now. Oh, here we go. Snooping around the house. Always a great idea. Show me a secret passage.
Spooky. Whoa, what the heck? Jeez.
Run.
Ghouls up here.
Yeah, that was a ghoul if I've ever seen one. Yes, Sears, I see that vibe for sure. God, those curtains.
I feel like I remember seeing, maybe not those curtains, but like a fabric pattern.
Operator, hello?
Really similar to my grandparents' couch.
Classic.
The old 70s couch and the wood paneled room.
What the hell? 1803?
The puffy shirt. Gonna get you.
Ooh.
It actually didn't, Sears, but I had another relative who did.
You look tired. Didn't you sleep well? What's upstairs? More patients? More rooms? I went up there last night. That's impossible, my dear. I checked on you several times. You were sleeping soundly. But I remember it so clearly. So horrified. A dead body. The organ, Dr. Spector, they were all there. You must have been dreaming. There's no dead body on the third floor. I promise.
Who said that?
It was your imagination. You've been very tense since you've arrived here. You know, Miss Martin, if you don't get some rest, Dr. Spector can't help you. Relax, my dear. You're working yourself up over nothing.
Old radios in the house. Welcome, old radios. It's you're good. We're still moving right along through this. A nice little montage of her and Chris's relationship. Yeah, old radios. This has been a pretty interesting one from William Girdler, who went on to do a lot of other interesting 70s and exploitation films. getting very like indulgent to Twin Peaks levels here, I feel like.
Yeah, we don't have we had a little bit of driving, but this is kind of serving the same purpose.
Yeah. The love theme from the Asylum of Satan. Every one of these Manos had a love theme. I mean, come on. Obligatory PG sex scene. Yeah, 3 on a Meat Hook was the same year. He went right from this to 3 on a Meat Hook, and neither of them did very well. And the same year, he scored the music for the movie The Body Shop, which we saw a trailer for back during the Magic Christmas Tree. That was the one where this guy was talking, and then it would just cut to a guy saying, "The Body Shop."
Oh, yeah.
And blah, 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 in the body shop.
You're at full bed.
What? They got a pool? Take me to this asylum. Jeez.
Yes, thank you.
They do aqua therapy? Is it? No. Nope. It's okay.
I'll be right back after your swimming period.
All right.
Yeah, I think the director and star of The Body Shop did the effects for 3 on a Meat Hook. Because he also did, like, gore effects because he was a magician from North Carolina. It's weird. I don't know how Girdler from Kentucky got hooked up with this North Carolina filmmaker, but they're kind of both regional filmmakers. Gotta keep her. You know, there's a thing called a swim cap. It's actually really useful for that kind of thing. Or even a hair tie would do it.
I'm not that tired yet. I'd like a few minutes more, please. Are you there? Who's there?
Take it easy, Fresh. Thanks for tuning in.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Snakes.
Snakes.
A bunch of snakes.
Oh, God. Oh,
it's terrible. Take it easy, Fresh.
Ah! Ah! Oh, Jesus. Ah!
Sheesh.
Wow, that was the exciting middle of Asylum of Satan. What are we thinking, Evan?
Gosh, I mean, I certainly was not expecting a swimming pool full of snakes.
No.
In this film.
No, they just keep kind of pulling out the stops with murdering all these other asylum patients, which, you know.
Yeah, it's kind of a wild movie. Like I feel like I have less of an idea where it's going now than I did before.
Right. Yeah, they've continued to build the mystery up and make things even more kind of unexplainable. So it remains to be seen how they'll be able to kind of tie everything together and kind of put a bow on the story.
Yeah, we'll see.
But I mean, it's been interesting, you know. I mean, again, it's a competently made film, I think.
I think so, yeah.
You know, again, especially compared to some other regional films that we've seen.
Sure. And for him to say, like, you know, oh, you see my mistakes and I'm still learning and all that, like, it's a pretty good movie.
It's really not bad. Maybe you think about, like, Larry Buchanan, who did the Azalea films, which, you know, the bad Day for Night, the really bad, like, editing, cutting around mistakes. Like, you have that, and then you have Girdler here. This is his first film. The editor on this was an Oscar-winning editor. I don't know how he got him involved. His name is Gene Ruggiero, and he actually started editing in the late 30s in Hollywood for like big studios. It was like a Hollywood editor for like all through like the 50s. He also edited Last Man on Earth, which we've seen on this show previously. And so, yeah, like he got that guy involved. He had the special effects guy, which we've seen some, you know, nothing too crazy yet, but like, you know, the stuff with all the fog and the, you know, there's been a couple things. The bugs, that was a little silly. But, you know, some decent effects. That guy, Richard Albain, he started, his first movie that he did effects on was the original 13 Ghosts, and then he did many episodes of Bewitched and I Dream of Jeannie. He did the special effects for those. So they got the guy that did the effects for that to do like this. So like, it's kind of interesting for a regional film, and in like Louisville, Kentucky, that Girdler had made the connections enough to get competent people involved. He's not doing it all himself, but
did he do the snakes?
Were
those live snakes?
So his sister actually was I think she doubled for the actress in the pool dealing with the snakes.
Oh.
They were live. I think there were some rubber ones mixed in, but I think that they had live snakes. That's why the actress like refused to do it. She's like, oh, get in there.
F that. Do we have any snake people in the chat tonight?
Yeah, I don't know if we have
me
any
what kind of
snakes.
snakes those were.
They looked, I was not familiar. They looked, kind of, I mean, not like black snakes, but they're, they were very slender and just kind of wiggly. So it remains to be seen. But, I think, the ending should be interesting. It's setting up a lot. So I'm excited to see. And we got a little bit of like action with these white robed people.
Yeah.
So a little bit of kind of some ritualistic stuff. We did see our doctor wearing that satanic symbol necklace.
Right.
Remember that? I believe that was actually provided by some of the Church of Satan members that were involved.
Okay, so it was
film.
legit.
So according to this newspaper article that was written at the time interviewing Girdler, he said that it was said that these were people from the Louisville Church of Satan. So I don't I'm not sure about that, but it's also said that they had a black magic witch and a white magic witch on set as well.
Okay.
And that they both like
consultants,
stared at each other from across set, like
Whoa.
angrily. And,
Wild.
But yes, so apparently they had like these people on set to advise, and they had Satanists on set to advise, and apparently the main like technical advisor from the Church of Satan was apparently the right-hand man of the Church of Satan, the head of the Church of Satan, and the head of the Church of Satan was Anton LaVey. His right-hand man at this time was a guy named Michael Aquino. And so this is really, really interesting because I don't know how much Evan, about the Church of Satan. I don't know how much you guys know out there about the Church
not a
of
ton.
Satan. But I mean, obviously, when you hear that, you probably start developing some preconceived notions about what it's all about, right? But the thing is, the Church of Satan was kind of like Anton LaVey. He was the founder, and he kind of looked at it as being more of and I'm probably gonna get stuff wrong here, but he kind of looked at it more like just kind of an ethos on life versus.
Yeah, isn't there's like a difference between the Church of Satan and the Satanic Temple, right? Isn't that?
Well, there's
or is that the same thing?
Well, so that's the thing with this guy Michael Aquino, who was apparently the technical advisor here. So they met each other in 1968 at a screening of Rosemary's Baby, and that's how Aquino got in the church. Well, Michael Aquino, he was also like a military guy. And he ended up he was in the Army Reserves, and he was a Green Beret as well. And he was like, had been in Vietnam as a Green Beret around like the time that he was like flirting with Satanism, or was in Satanism, and was the right-hand man of the head of the Church of Satan. Like, he moved very fast, was also somehow involved in Vietnam at this time. And he was an intelligence officer that specialized in psychological warfare.
Jeez.
Right? So apparently this guy, who was big in the military and was also big in the Church of Satan, was the advisor on tonight's film from the Church of Satan. And in the 70s, the Church of Satan, again, they were more about like materialism. They didn't view Satan as like a real guy. And they didn't view like magic and all that as like real stuff that could really, it was more just kind of about like how you live your life, not like believing the magic of it all and the realness of Satan and the way that Christianity kind of, it gets complex. But Anton LaVey kind of like, realized that, you could interest celebrities and famous people in this stuff. And so he was actually headquartered in San Francisco, and they would hold like black masses and stuff in like California and Los Angeles, and you'd have celebrities that would show up. Like the big celebrity that
they went for the orgy afterward, right?
Well, okay, so that's how they got their biggest celebrity, which was Sammy Davis Jr.
What?
So this is all real. So Anton LaVey and Michael Aquino both courted Sammy Davis Jr. because Sammy Davis Jr. in 1972 did this television pilot called Poor Devil, where he's a demon in hell who is like working for Satan, who's played by Christopher Lee. And he's got to go on Earth and like it's like a reverse It's a Wonderful Life. He's like got to make people like disciples of Satan. And the pilot failed. It didn't go anywhere, but it did air, and the people at the Church of Satan saw it, and they were like, "Oh, like, hey, like it's got nice." So that was the same year that tonight's movie came out. 1972 was kind of like a peak year for this stuff. You also
the church gets involved in movie producing.
Well, that's actually where we're going for this break, because so Aquino, like there's pictures of Aquino and LaVey with Sammy Davis Jr. They made him a high priest of the Church of Satan, and apparently Sammy Davis Jr. was really about like the hedonism of it and the orgies and all that stuff. That was like his bag. There was this kind of like push throughout the early to mid 70s for the Church of Satan to kind of flirt with like the mainstream, because again, these movies were being made. Rosemary's Baby was a big hit, so you had these smaller movies. You had the Mephisto Waltz and Brotherhood of Satan and Enter the Devil. Those were all movies that came out like around or before tonight's movie. Then you had movies that came after this where Anton LaVey himself, the head of the Church of Satan, was the technical consultant. That's where I graduated up to. So those are the trailers that we're going to see. The first is for a 1974 movie entitled Lucifer's Women. And LaVey was apparently the technical advisor for that. And that was a big thing for them to put in the advertising. I don't know if they do that in the trailer for Lucifer's Women, but in the second trailer for the film The Devil's Reign, they prominently like show like Anton LaVey's in the movie as like a big guy in the satanic like ritual. And it's just like a big Hollywood movie with like William Shatner and John Travolta and like all these like actors that were in different parts of their careers. Ernest Borgnine, like it's kind of a wild movie from the director of The Abominable Dr. Phibes. Just like and it ruined his career. The movie got horrible reviews. It did not do well, but that's the big thing. Is like Anton LaVey is in it, and he's the head of Church of Satan. So Anton LaVey he leaned into it, and so up to like the mid 70s, you really had this. Church of Satan was kind of moving full steam ahead, and there wasn't like quite yet this huge backlash that would come later, which obviously, especially in the 80s, Satanic Panic. We'll talk more about that after the break. So we're going to get these trailers for Lucifer's Women and The Devil's Reign, and then when we come back, we'll get into the exciting conclusion of Asylum of Satan. So stick around. We'll be right back.
He made them become his slaves, to worship his unholy deeds, to love the devil. Lucifer's Women.
suppose that there was a man who could make you do whatever he wanted you to.
I want a life. We need a pure soul. She'll do.
He wants to ball you. He really does. He thinks I should persuade you.
One by one, they fall under his power, entranced by the Prince of Darkness and his evil world.
I've exorcised him. It worked. It worked.
I must pass on to another incarnation. You must make her kill me, and then herself, at the moment of orgasm. That's how it must be.
Their minds controlled by an agonizing torment. Their desires must be fulfilled by the darkest satanic acts of incredible and shocking horror. Lucifer's women. You will meet those who cannot be exorcised, as they are possessed by evil and driven to unspeakable acts of wanton and hideous cruelty. You'll never forget Lucifer's women, a new dimension in exorcism and terror. Lucifer's Women, from Constellation Films, rated R for adults.
There have been films about earthquakes, airplane disasters, and blazing infernos, but there has never been anything like The Devil's Reign.
His face.
That wasn't your father.
What's his face?
John. Mother? Mother! Columbus! Damn you!
They had no faces.
The Devil's Reign. The 300-year search for the power to damn mankind is over.
Fools!
And the towering terror of the devil on earth is now unleashed.
Burn!
Burn! Burn! Burn! Burn! Burn! The Devil's Reign. Hundreds of souls held captive in an eternity of hell.
Seize him!
Possessed by the devil.
You, my son, have defiled all that is holy.
Mother, my God, my God!
They become his worshippers and his demons. Devil's Reign, starring Academy Award winner Ernest Borgnine, Eddie Albert, William Shatner, Keenan Wynn, and Ida Lupino as Mrs. Preston, and with the special participation of Anton LaVey, High Priest of the Church of Satan. The Devil's Reign, conceived by the producer of A Man Called Horse, created by the masters of magic of Planet of the Apes. Together, they bring you a melting hell on Earth, and absolutely the most incredible, unforgettable ending of any motion picture ever. Heaven help us all when the devils reign.
And we are back. So that was the trailers for Lucifer's Women and The Devil's Reign. And
Which crazy trailer that I kind of want to watch that now.
I think it's on Tubi. It's very
Looks like a Tubi movie.
It's a Tubi. It's very cheesy. It's again, the director of the Abominable Dr. Phibes and its sequel, which if you haven't seen those are two very good Vincent Price movies. It's an original like Vincent Price supervillain, and he murders like 9 people in the movie, and it's amazing. So that director, like, you know, had those good movies, and then he did that, and it's apparently very derided, but a lot happens in The Devil's Reign. Like, it's very busy, and it's got Anton LaVey. So, you know, again, it's just, you know, with special participation, you know. But again, that was the thing, is that he wasn't like Satan's real and I'm trying to make people like disciples of Satan. It was just more about kind of like a certain way to live your life. But he got, you know, material, you know, he was materialistic, and it got where he was kind of more like enriching the church versus, you know, kind of like, these were things that bothered the Michael Aquino guy, who was the right-hand man of Anton LaVey and the technical advisor on tonight's film from the Church of Satan. So in 1975, he left the church, and he actually founded his own offshoot, which was the Temple of Set. So,
okay.
But the big difference between the two is that the Temple of Set, like, they, like, and Aquino was like, they kind of went more towards Satan is real. Satan is like a real figure in the way that like God is absolutely a real figure, and magic and occultism and all this stuff is real, and like the Aleister Crowley type of magic, all of that is like very much you could rely on, which was not how the Church of Satan, that was not their like version of Satanism. So
was there ever a schism in the church about whether or not you could like buy indulgences to buy your way into hell?
That's a great question. You would think so, because how much is it like, you know, that's kind of like a huge thing, right? Like in the other side of it, the Christian side. So why wouldn't they do it in the? But I think that was actually what Aquino kind of got mad about, is it was like you could pay for like higher membership in the church, and the idea of being able to pay for your place versus like just being kind of purely about the religion was what more caused the split. But at the same time as all this, Aquino's getting master's and doctorate degrees in political science, and he's still in the military. And so then by the 80s, you have the Satanic Panic come up, which again is kind of a direct result of all these movies that we talked about.
Yeah.
You know, you kind of, from Rosemary's Baby to, you know, The Omen and all those kind of offshoots of The Omen.
Gary Gygax invents D&D and the world loses its mind.
Right, exactly. Like that was right. It kind of, all of that helped fuel like that, which then helped fuel the Satanic Panic, right? Like, and that's the thing. You can't underestimate how much the movies at the time, over the 10, 15 years before that, kind of set people up to this thinking of, oh, you know, like this is real and Satanists are real and they will hurt you and they're looking for virginal sacrifices for blood, and people in the 80s started being told that was real. And then you had the Satanic Panic, which was centered around satanic ritual abuse, which was, you know, people accusing or mostly children accusing others, or sometimes it'd be people who were remembering things that happened to them later on, you know, remembering being involved in satanic rituals that involved like physical and sexual abuse. It turned out that, like, this is what Wikipedia says, is a 1994 article in New York Times stated that of the more than 12,000 documented accusations nationwide, investigating police were not able to substantiate any allegations of organized cult abuse. So, like, any, right? Like, so that's the thing about the whole thing. But the guy who was our technical advisor on tonight's film, Aquino, he was accused of satanic ritual abuse. And he was accused in San Francisco, but apparently he was in DC at the time. And so he kind of like you know, again, your Satanism past will like caught up with him. Well, he didn't leave it behind. I mean, again, he was, you know, the Temple of Set. He even went in a more hardcore direction. He was still in the military. He didn't retire from the military until 94 is when he got through all the Satanic Panic stuff, A-OK, and retired in 94 and got, like, you know, medals and all kinds of stuff. So obviously he's the subject of a lot of like government satanic conspiracy theories that exist nowadays.
Yeah.
So if you ever look up Michael Aquino and he's got these like crazy eyebrows while he's wearing a military uniform, it looks wild, dude. Like he is exactly like the kind of character you would expect him to look like.
If anybody needs a Halloween costume idea for this year,
yeah, there you go. That'll raise some eyebrows for sure. But yeah, so it's just a wild thing that like apparently, and again, it was on William Girdler's like website that, you know, that Aquino. I don't know if it's in the credits, but and it's on IMDb that Michael Aquino was the technical advisor. So it's kind of wild the way the Church of Satan was like getting out there, like. Yeah, we'll donate props, and so we want it to be authentic. We want to help you do this right. So, and then look what it caused all those years. I got them a lot of headaches down the road they weren't expecting. So, you get what you pay for. Well, where we left off, the Satanists are definitely on the march.
Yes.
Despite our heroine's boyfriend's attempts to get the police involved, it kind of seems like
he's trying his best.
These villains have Satan on their side, so they can bend time and space.
Yeah,
and
it's getting a little weird.
Yeah, it's
kind of a weird story.
It is all that like being able to swap between, you know, kind of it seeming one way and then being another way. That's just so odd, and you're waiting for like, okay, well, what's the explanation behind it? How are they going to make sense of this, right?
Yeah.
So I'm interested. I'm interested to see that. Anything before we get into the exciting conclusion of Asylum of Satan, Evan?
Did everybody catch that really good pun in the trailer? When devils reign.
Whoa, wait, what was it?
I can't remember what the exact sentence was, but it was so rain, R-A-I-N, but when rain, R-E-I-N.
Yes, that's the whole movie.
That.
You should definitely check it out. You'd like. I mean, again, it's an interesting movie. Like it moves around a lot, and it's a '70s movie, which is the nice thing about tonight's movie. It's a '70s movie. You know, it's fun. It's weird. So. Hopefully they end it right, but well, did I ask you anything before we get into it?
Yeah.
Already? Okay. All right. Well, on that note, we're gonna go ahead and get into the exciting conclusion.
Oh, excuse me, R-E-I-G-N.
Appreciate the clarification.
That's that was the other kind of rain. I gotta rein it in.
Yeah, seriously. On that note, without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get into the exciting conclusion of Asylum of Satan right now.
Duncan, that old man didn't come in to fire a plate, so there's no sense in me holding him any longer.
It's awful damn nice of you. You don't believe me at all about that place, do you?
Look, I know what I saw, and it's not what you said it was. Anyway, there's nothing I can do without some kind of evidence to back up your story. Look, I don't mind trying to help people out because it's my job. But taking everything into consideration, there's no way I can justify any action to myself or my boss. So unless you have something more positive...
Oh, Walsh, you're the true public servant.
You know, there are three elements about this case that confuse me. You come to me with a hospital I can't find, and a doctor that nobody knows, and a kidnapped girl who doesn't exist. Go get Aladdin's lamp and make your three wishes come true. Then we can talk. Until...
Yeah, Old Radios. The Corpse Grinders is one I haven't watched all the way through. I need to watch it. Co-scripted by Bryan Cranston's dad. So, interesting fact for you there.
Hello, Ed. Tom Walsh. Look, I want you to do me a favor. You saw the kid I just let go? Yeah, Duncan, yeah. Yeah, sounds like you read my report. Look, I don't think there's anything to the story he gave me, right? No, well, I mean, it doesn't hold water. But the kid's so damn sincere, I want to find out something. You know, just my own curiosity. How about running a routine check for me, will you? Yeah, just find out, just the particulars, right? You've got it in the Pleasant Hill, yeah.
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
what's it? Completely deserted. Yeah, I know it. How was I to know before I got there? Yeah, and the doctor, yeah. Jason Spector, yeah. No, I never heard of him either, but look, don't spend any time on it, just a routine check, will you? See what you come up with. Let me know, will you, Ed? Okay. Okay, bye. Thanks.
Love you, bye. What is he doing?
Miss Martin, Doctor.
Vincent Price over here.
I understand you had a rather rough night last night.
Just a nightmare, I guess.
Nothing uncommon and nothing to worry about. Actually, I feel you've made remarkable progress. I'm confident that with a little self-discipline, you'll be just fine. So, I've decided that after this last treatment this evening, I'm going to turn you over to Dr. Nolan's care.
Does that mean I can leave tomorrow morning?
Well, if you respond to the treatment as well as I feel you will, I see no reason why you can't leave in the morning.
What kind of treatment did you have in mind, Doctor?
Nothing complicated. I've called Mr. Duncan. He'll be here to reassure you. Yes, he called earlier today, and I told him what time he could come by and pick you up in the morning. So you can look forward to resuming your musical career. You know, I'd much rather see you in front of an orchestra than in front of my desk. However, you must promise not to push yourself.
I promise.
Good. I'll see you tonight, then.
You will.
Oh, here we go. Where's our driving music? Uh-oh. Hey, buddy, it says keep out.
But it says that side.
Get a fan, blow it. You gotta spread it out. Yeah, this was shot on 16 millimeter and then blown up to 35. Which was like what they were going to do on Night of the Living Dead. They were going to shoot on 16 millimeter color and then blow it up to 35. And they were like, you know what? No. We'll just do 35 black and white. Same like price, relatively. Maybe a little cheaper. It worked out.
It worked.
Worked out for that. Well, not for the filmmakers because there was no copyright notice on it.
Yeah, well.
It worked out for a lot, made millions for others. I mean, again, that was the landscape at the time. Just like these movies playing in drive-ins and grindhouses made a lot of money. I think the budget for this was $70,000.
Proof?
What the hell is it?
Ah! What?
We found a head.
Where the hell did you
at the hospital. Now, is that enough evidence? God, is that enough evidence?
Not if your doctor died 20 years ago.
What do you mean?
We've been doing some checking on your Dr. Spector. He was picked up several times for devil worshipping. Couldn't prove anything on that, but he was suspected of murder.
Is it illegal?
Oh, God.
One of the victims found in the doctor's office.
Jeez.
What happened to her?
That's one of those
Nice
unanswered
outfit,
questions.
bro.
was
He
never
looks
brought
like,
to
you know who he
trial.
looks like? Hold on, let's go,
Died
let's
before
go
they caught
back.
him.
Fred Flintstone. Those are Fred
You don't
Flintstone
suppose there
colors,
could be any connection between
right?
the picture
Blue,
and
but blue. Doesn't he
that?
wear a blue tie?
I don't know.
He's got some blue, right?
You mentioned devil worship.
He just
Yeah,
needs
you're right.
Yeah, but we can't
black
go around
polka
arresting people
dots.
for that nowadays. Back then,
I'm not asking for an arrest. All I want you to do is search that place.
All right, we'll have to wait till morning to get a search warrant.
The hell we will. Listen to me. You wake up the judge, or whoever it is in this town that makes out search warrants, and you get it tonight. Spector, Spaulding, or whatever he calls himself could kill Lucina before morning.
Let's go.
Great. I believe you.
We are about to meet again, Master. I have kept our pact these many years. The mute was burned. The blind girl was given to the reptiles and beheaded. The cripple was fed to the insects. Now, Master, you will soon have your sacrifice.
Okay, hell yeah. Why do Satanists have an affinity for playing the organ? What is that about? Bela Lugosi, or Boris Karloff's Satanist in The Black Cat. Like, that's how he passed the time before his ceremonies. That and chess with Bela Lugosi.
What's the matter? She bit me. Well, been quite a struggle. But don't worry. Everything's been prepared. Miss Martin is being readied now.
Good. My time's running out. Bring Miss Martin down immediately. I'll join you in a few moments. I must get Martine.
Are you all right?
I'm all right. I just haven't much longer. Now hurry.
Yes, sir.
I must make it. I must.
Hell yeah.
This is an experimental treatment.
Sure, guaranteed to cure you of your exhaustion. You're a gearhead, old radios. I love it.
Lord and archdemons of infinite, I call upon the gates of the dark realm to crash asunder, that my commands may ride upon the winds of the abyss. O herald of hell, behold, I speak the key of the 9 angles, and I summon the demon who hath leased the apocalypse, a body, Titan, master of the 7, whose name is and shall be Death. Through the blazing angles of the shining trapezoid, for by the 10th key thy doom hath been spoken. For we are alike, true worshippers of the highest and ineffable King of hell. Thy rights have been spoken. Met are thy terms by Acridian, fire, serpent, dismemberment. Loose the hounds from the barrier and come among us, for the bond of Satan hath been sealed. By Asmodeus, Belial, and Leviathan, arise, move, appear.
Yeah, that trapezoid stuff is apparently a recurring thing in like Satanism. Church of Satan and Temple of Set. I'm not sure what it's about.
The goat without horns, untouched, unblemished according to thy desire, and by thy covenant cleansed in the black fire. Show the mystery of thy creation. Ave Satanis, Rege Satanis, Hail Satan!
Hail Satan. Well, finally.
Yeah, Scott, you're right. But I knew that sounded familiar. Shiny trapezoid. Gosh, is that Satan? The hell?
Yeah, the police are finally on the job. Just waiting for the horns to drop.
So Satan was busy. He sent me, Stan.
So apparently, I don't know if this is true, but apparently that Satan costume was made for but unused in Rosemary's Baby.
Huh.
I don't. Girdler said that. I don't know if it's true. Because look at it.
With his virgin sacrifice?
Eyes.
Bugger, bugger, bugger.
In exchange for my continued eternal life.
They like filmed this at like 3 a.m. on the streets of Louisville. Got the police to like drive these cars around. You figure out what you do. You had all week to think about this. That's a chunky.
Yeah, that's a chunky, all right.
Shall
First,
we
remove all of your teeth.
proceed?
Who to get with the effects guy, like having done some Hollywood work? Maybe it's true before this, but
Please, Master. No, Master. I have examined her myself. I have not deceived you. Your desires have been fulfilled. The sacrifices you asked of me are done, Master. And the supreme sacrifice now lies before you. But, Master, she has been watched. She's been examined every day since she's been here. I have not deceived you, Master. Master. Mercy. Please, Master. I have done nothing wrong.
what? Finally, horns dropped.
They're gonna miss the whole thing.
Yeah, they really are. Of course, get there right as things are wrapping up. Oh no, it's back to the...
You get upstairs. You watch. That way, come on.
Always in the basement.
Lucinia. Hey, Lucinia.
Oh, Chris!
It's gonna be all right. Help him get her outside.
Where they taking me?
Wait, is that him? Are we in a different timeline?
Okay.
All right. I mean, I get it.
Was that the devil?
I guess he's been possessed.
Yeah, it's poor folks.
I'm just like, you know, a little confused, but trying to dance through it.
Yeah.
You know,
Groove out.
they're giving you the opportunity. You might as well. Not giving us a reprise of Red Light Lady. And the singer of Red Light Lady was our hero. Yeah, this is his only. It was his only film. So. And again, William Girdler wrote this, so you know that's kind of a man of many talents. Not only could he make movies, but he could write music. Yeah, 300 Meat Hook. Most of the same people were involved, minus the investors.
Church of Satan.
Yep, don't you love it? They were very helpful. Wow. Well, that was Asylum of Satan. What did we think, Evan?
Crazy movie. I think it was kind of crazy how it seemed like the bad guy's plan kind of hinged on the hope that those two had never like had sex at any point. Like,
yeah,
you
but
guys are saving yourself, right?
Right, but they didn't clear that up.
I guess.
But I guess if they got
that.
him, then I guess maybe they were both
Maybe.
pure. Ugh, there's just something about it's. I don't know. They didn't really like dig into as much detail as.
Yeah,
I would have
didn't get quite as
liked.
many answers
Right.
from all these questions.
No, like why was Dr. Spectre dressing up as his own assistant?
Yeah.
Like, what was that about?
What's that whole thing?
Martine. Yeah, I didn't get a clarification on that. Again, you know, this satanic ceremony stuff was pretty cool. It was interesting, and I think they were striving for a degree of, for lack of a better word, authenticity.
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of, I mean, it reminded me a little bit of Manos.
Yeah.
But other than the Satan costume, I would say it was fairly competently made.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm interested to know where you would rate this in comparison to other regional films that we've seen. Obviously, Manos. I guess one that I was reminded of tonight that we haven't talked about was Don't Look in the Basement. Because, you know, I mean,
Asylum.
again, Asylum,
Right,
a
yeah.
woman who's kind of stuck there with all these crazy people, and obviously didn't have the Satanism angle, but just being a regional horror
Yeah.
film.
Yeah, gosh, where would I rate this one?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, I feel like you got to give
somewhere around the middle. Like I thought it was pretty good, but maybe it didn't quite like deliver quite like
didn't pan out as much.
Yeah, it didn't hit like even though the lows weren't necessarily quite as low as maybe some of the other regional stuff we've seen. The highs also weren't quite as high.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I mean, we did get to see Satan. So, I mean, that counts for something,
Yeah,
right?
we got Rubber Suit Satan.
A Rubber Suit Satan.
You need a Halloween costume for this year.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Rubber Suit Satan.
Couple's costume, Rubber Suit Satan, and Dr. Spectre.
Yeah, well,
In
but
one of
you
his many costumes.
you got to do one half as Dr. Spectre, the other half as Martine.
Yeah.
That'd be the way to do that.
I mean, that would be a pretty good costume, even if nobody would understand.
No one would know, of course. But yeah, I think this movie has some character. You know, you can obviously see some of the promise in like William Girdler as a filmmaker. Again, he was 24 when he made this, so it's interesting to think about. Again, now that we've seen the trailer for the Manitou, if you think about what we just watched, and then you think about what you saw in the trailer for the Manitou, and you're like, all right, well, good for him.
Yeah,
he did all right. You know, like
he did well for himself.
He knew how far he was probably gonna get, and he did as much as he could, and he got pretty far. So like, it's tragic, but it's not like wasted potential. You know, and it's not like an Ed Wood type of story where he just kind of got caught up in his vices and died kind of in a sad way. It's more just he kind of had this weird premonition and did all right for himself. So I'm trying to kind of figure out if at some point we'll watch 3 on a Meat Hook. Like this and 3 on a Meat Hook kind of exist in a weird space where they've been put out on public domain outlets, but also it's kind of like unclear if they're more orphaned possibly, which is a whole gray area in and of itself. But I've seen other horror hosts do it, so I felt comfortable doing this one, and I thought it was fun. I thought I had a good time with it.
A good time tonight.
Yep. So there's your Satanist fix for the next little bit. We always like to get one of those. And next week we're staying with patterns. So after we do a regional film around this time of the year, we like to get into a little old dark house mode, because we have a fair amount of old dark house murder mysteries that we have to get through, because there were a lot. And this one's interesting. It's from 1932, and it's entitled Murder at Dawn. And it seems like, obviously it's a murder mystery, but it seems like there's like a mad scientist involved, or like some kind of death ray.
I dig it.
And it's also pre-code, so could be some interesting touches there.
Who knows? It could get anything. Could be in it.
It could. That's true. It remains to be seen. So, hadn't seen this one, but looks interesting. I think last year we saw the Rogues Tavern. I don't know if you watched that one.
Yeah, I saw it. I thought that was a pretty enjoyable one.
It was, yeah. I mean, they're not bad. They're economical.
Yeah.
They're very, they give you answers. Unlike tonight's film, they provide a little bit more closure.
Yeah, they set up clues. They usually pay it off.
Yeah, it's pretty cut and dry, but I mean that's like efficient, like third tier Hollywood studio filmmaking. Like it's even with these indie studios, you still get a pretty solid movie. So looking forward to that. I think we're gonna have a lot of fun with it, and just looking forward to what the rest of 2026 has to offer. And there's a lot, and then before you know it, it'll be 2027, and then Dracula and Frankenstein will be public domain, and then the world's our oyster. It's just,
oh yeah,
we're off to the races at that point. Every year, mostly every year, we get some good stuff. So, it's I'm just excited to be back, and that was a good first film for 2026, and I think we're gonna have a lot of fun next week. But really appreciate everybody tuning in and hanging out tonight. Of course, Kathy and Sears and Alana and Scott and Joe and Thomas, Old Radios, of course, and James and Andy and I know we had Sally in here, and I'm sure, and I always forget that Alana will send me a list, and I always forget. And I think because I always forget, she maybe didn't send the list tonight. Of course I always forget. But if I missed anybody out there,
Not that we don't appreciate the effort, Alana.
we know, I really do. That's what I'm saying. I loaf on it, and so I don't blame you for he's not reading this. What does it matter? And of course, the one night I'm like, okay, I gotta remember, I need to look at this. So I don't know. I appreciate it big time. I know we had Steve in here, and anybody else. It's been a blast, and again, looking forward to the rest of the season. We've also got our next Trivia of Terror and next installment of The Clutching Hand on Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern. So please join us for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. And just moving right along with season 16. But it's been fun. Anything, any housekeeping stuff or just anything else before we sign off tonight, Evan?
I don't know. Unless we, I don't know if we want to tease any upcoming attractions.
We do have a lot. We do have a fair amount. We
have some stuff maybe in the pipeline. It's maybe not started yet, but
not quite, but plenty in the pipeline. Of course, in between seasons, we like to do a little Wheel of Movies action. And so that'll be toward late February. So if you're interested in being a contestant, or if you've thought about it but you're not sure, start mulling it over now, because in middle of February we're gonna start putting out the call, Wheel of Movies time, and it's a lot of fun. Of course, Alana has played many times, and it's been great. She's she's held her own against Fresh, and Tommy Falacia's even played once, and we just have a good time, and a sweet feed, of course. Bringing the trash talk, it's we have fun with Wheel of Movies, and even before that, our season finale, of course, it's coming to you on February 13th. So of course, you know what happens.
Yeah, what we like to do around. Friday the 13th can be special days here on the stream.
Friday the 13th is always special because we like to pay a visit to the Chamber of Horrors. And of course, I'm sure you've all always wondered, how do our Chamber of Horrors attractions like to spend their Valentine's Day? Do they have significant others?
Yeah.
Are they in kind of getting over rough relationships? Are they looking for love? What's the, have you ever wondered about Revelio or Krong? Or we know about the Invisible Man. We know what his.
We know maybe too much about his.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Yeah, I think you might be a little too much.
Maybe something to look forward to.
Yeah, so be on the lookout for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Again, I don't know if anybody's fully aware of this. We actually have 3 Friday the 13th this year, which is the most. I think
it's a really lucky year we have.
So they kind of coincide with some holidays. Most of them we might stretch for a couple, but it's gonna be fun. So Valentine's Day is gonna be the first one, and that'll be our season finale. So we kind of do a particular kind of thing for our season finales. I imagine we'll keep that up, but it's Valentine's Day, so we can find a way to make it special. But looking forward to that. And am I forgetting anything? Is there anything else I need to do?
I don't think so. At least for now. Until we put some more irons in the fire.
Be on the lookout. You never know what we're gonna have next. Again, I'm trying to work on some shorter videos, and hopefully we'll have something of that nature prepared in the next little bit. But just be on the lookout.
But this should be a good year. So Well, a good year for the stream, we'll say.
Yes.
So cheers to everybody. Happy 2026.
Happy 2026.
This is empty. Good night, everybody.
Until next week. Street
screams.
Oh, God, flub. Sweet screams, everybody.
Commit to the flavor.